by way of technical knockout, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
So Wilder came back this weekend. Well, it's Friday right now. What's today's date? June 28th, 2025.
Big Face, I'm here with the Bronze Bomber.
Let's listen in. Take your time out, like the
Bomb
video,
Squad is
subscribe. We're
back,
gonna talk about it.
baby. Wichita! Deontay, you said all week that you wanted to
Far
see
fall
where
from
you were
grace.
at. How did it feel after the layoff, and how did you feel?
It felt great. First of all, I'd like to give thanks to my opponent, man. You're a tough guy, man. I appreciate the work. Wichita, man, thank you for your love and your hospitality. It's been nothing but amazing being here, man. Y'all some of the best people in the world, man. I hope I can come back. I laid off a long time getting myself back together, getting myself mentally, physically, emotionally back together. It's been a long road for me, you know, and it's just glad to be back in the ring, you know. I know how to get everybody what they truly wanted to see, but we're gonna get better and better as we get going, you know. This is a new beginning for me, so we're striving each and every day to be better and better each and every day and give people what they want. So the next time out, we're getting better and better, I promise you that. So I'm just glad to be back off this year or two layoff and coming back with a great opponent. Everybody that faced me, they train, you know, A1, you know, for me because they know what I'm coming, they know what I possess. So it's been great. And I just hope everybody get back home safely. Let's practice love, let's practice protecting each other and providing for each other. Because in this life, all we got is each other, baby.
Wichita, give it up for the Bronze Bomber, Deontay
So
Wilder.
let's talk about this. I don't even know where to begin, but we'll start here. Deontay Wilder's back. 39 years old. What is he now? 44, 4-1 with 43 KOs. Now, as you can see here, Deontay Wilder's had a very rough 5 years. 2022, lost to Tyson Fury. Of course, that was the rematch. It was all downhill from there. Remember the whole glove gate scandal where he was accusing Tyson Fury of loading the gloves and put a dent in his face. He said that Tyson Fury had egg weights in his glove. Just ridiculousness. Also, my personal opinion is that Deontay Wilder allowed his fans to manipulate him to make people think that it was just a mess. So he got beat up by Tyson Fury in a rematch, beat up by Tyson Fury in a third fight, came back, got a win over Robert Helenius, but you know, how do you rate Robert Helenius for real? By the way, they made us pay for that shit on pay-per-view. Fought on a Saudi card against Joseph Parker. That was on the undercard or the co-feature to, what was that? Wasn't that Anthony Joshua Francis Ngannou? No, it feels like it was a different card than that. I feel like it was a different, yeah, Anthony Joshua Adewale, excuse me. So, you know, and then went on to get beat up by the Chinaman Big Bang, Zheli Zhang. So if you look at it, realistically, since the draw against Tyson Fury, I mean, depending on how you count 54-year-old Luis Ortiz, that rematch, but if you look at it, really, that's it. Because I had him winning the Tyson Fury rematch. I mean, the first fight, to be honest, by 1 round. And remember, well, you know, I don't even want to go down that road, man, because, you know, that first and second fight, they just, it just was, it was hard to cover. It was one of the reasons why I said, you know what, I'm done with this boxing shit full time. But going back, you got Dominic Breazeale, Luis Ortiz, Robert Helenius, and Tyrell Herndon. Guy was flopping around like a fish. By the way, this Herndon cat was a Richard Torres, a top-ranked French contender, leftovers. Knocked him out in 2 back in 2023. Now, of course, Deontay Wilder, you know, I mean, he's got 4 ass whoopings right there. You're looking at him right there on the screen, and those were some big time ass whoopings. You know, Fury just beat him up both of those fights, the second and the third fight. Joseph Parker systematically broke him down. Could have stopped him, I felt, if he would have turned it up a little bit. And Big Bang Zhang Zhang just put him down. So this was a nice, good confidence builder for a guy like Deontay Wilder because he still has something to give. It's just that at this point in time, can he keep up the consistency to be able to really crack back into the top 10 of the rankings? Now, he's already going to get a ranking. Let's just be honest. You know, but here's the question I have. Like, is that Anthony Joshua fight still something that can sell out a Wembley Stadium? What if Deontay Wilder goes on to beat Dave Allen? He's been linked to him for some reason. Somebody tell me what the story is behind that. What if he goes on to beat Dave Allen? You know, what if he goes on to fight Derek Chisora? You know, and beats him, because that's the level I'm looking at Deontay Wilder right now. You know, like, I mean, you know, depending on how you look at Wilder, he was never known to be a, how can I say, like highly skilled fighter. And he'll tell you himself, you know, like it's that detonating right hand, you know, that right hand that he had surgically repaired, got rebar and shit. You know how like Terminator 2, when he peeled the skin off, that's Deontay Wilder hand. Like, he got a whole bunch of shit in there. But anyway, that shit touch you, you be going down. So when you look at these rankings right here, and you say, okay, Deontay Wilder got to give me 2 solid wins. Not good wins, not great wins, but solid wins for you to be like, okay, he's back. Now, he's 39 years old, but in the heavyweight division, that's at the end of your career, but you're not considered a super old man in the heavyweight division. All these guys are in their late 30s. You know, the newer blood, yes, you know, they're working their way up, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, even the new blood, they're in their, you know, late 20s, early 30s. Guys like Fabio Wortley. I forgot how old Wortley is. Let me check real quick. Where you at, Fabio? There you go. By the way, if you can see, the WBA has got 3 belts again. Yeah, Fabio's 30 now. So now we're talking about 2 more solid wins. Let's say if it is Dave Allen, boom. Get him out of here. Let's say if he goes on to fight somebody beatable. Because, see, I'm not sure if he can beat O'Kali at this point in time in his career. You know, he's going to need another fight. I'm not sure he can beat Martin Piccoli at this time in his career. I'm not sure he can beat Richard Torres at this time in his career. I'm not trying to disrespect Wilder, but he's in a different place right now. You know, like even in there tonight against Herden, you saw shades of old Windmill Wilder, where he would just come out there and just blitz you. This fight, it was more focused on the jab. By the way, this wasn't a knockout. This was a referee stoppage. So when you really look at it, it's hard, you know, to say like, you know what, I can see Wilder beating this guy clear. I mean, you know, the style of a Derek Chisora might give him problems. But don't get me wrong, he could knock all these guys out. But if you really look at it, he hasn't had a knockout since Robert Helenius back in. It was Robert Helenius. So the last legitimate knockout to me was back in, I'm talking about somebody you can really count, like, oh, he really knocked him the fuck out. Luis Ortiz. So it's going to be really interesting to see where he goes from here. And to be very honest, I mean, I would entertain an Anthony Joshua fight. Like, you got to do something. Both of these guys are at the very end. One more loss and it's over for both of them. You know, I'm talking about at top selling level. By the way, this card was on BLK Prime. It was $25. Couldn't really beat it, you know. So it was like, all right. Undercard was pretty, you know, lackluster. But when I see a guy like Deontay Wilder headlining I forgot who the promoter of this card is. Global something. I'm sorry. On BLK Prime pay-per-view. Global Collective. Global Combat Collective. So when you think about like, okay, you know, you get Deontay Wilder on this card. Excuse me. That's $1 million right there in purse. And everybody else, well, you know, the return of Nico Hernandez, but everybody else ain't nothing. They pulled out fucking Latif Keoti. So, you know, you have all these fights on there, but they're like prospects and up and coming guys and no names, and that's just what it is. You know, when you got a guy like Deontay Wilder, you know, who was fighting on pay-per-view. I won't be surprised if Deontay Wilder was fucking 80% of the budget. 10% went to, 15% went to production, and another 5% went to the motherfucking purses for the undercard. Would not be surprised. But I'm interested to see where he's going to go from here. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe to TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. We will be here covering the Jake Paul Chavez Jr. card tomorrow.